Morning, Abotai. Throughout the Seder, there are various shorim, amounts that a person has to have in order to be Yotzei Dechovah, a kezait for Matzah, kezait for Maror, and so on and so forth. There is a debate among the poskim how exactly to measure these kazetot. According to some, which sounds like the opinion of the Rambam and others, a person should measure this kazait, which is about 27 grams, based on volume. Volume, you want to see how much space it takes up, either through water displacement or other methods to measure volume. Nevertheless, Gaon Yalkut Yosef writes in Hilchot Pesach, he quotes his father also, Maran Zichron Bracha, used to say this as well, that already from the times of the Geonim, the minhag has become to measure via weight. Why? Because over there, in general, there's not so much of a difference between weight and volume, and not so many people are experts in measuring in volume, and the minhag has become to measure these kazetot with weight, which means 27 grams of weight comes out to about 1 ounce, and therefore what a person should do, if you take a matzah or you take maror and you weigh it and it comes out to 27 grams or 1 ounce, you're good to go. That's fine. It means that it contains within it 27 grams of volume as well, and you'd be perfectly yotzei. A person who wants to be mahmir can have another 3 grams or so, rounded off to 30, but otherwise you're perfectly fine. Now, there's a discussion in the Gemara whether or not a person is allowed to measure on Shabbat or Yom Tov. Person, la halacha, you're not allowed to measure anything on Shabbat because it looks like mekach or memkar. It looks like transactions which are asur on Shabbat or Yom Tov. Nevertheless, the Gemara says that there is one exception. The Gemara on Shabbat of Kuf Chavav says that letzorech mitzvah, it is mutar to measure on Shabbat. For instance, if a person needs to dip on Shabbat in the mikveh, and you don't know if the mikveh has 40 se'ah, the proper shi'ur, the halacha is that you're allowed to measure it. So too over here, if a person didn't measure before Pesach the proper amounts of matzah maror, he's allowed to measure it on Shabbat or Yom. Well, this year the Sedarim don't come out on Shabbat, but even if it did, you'd be able to do it on Shabbat and certainly on Yom Tov as well. It goes without saying that we're talking about a mechanical scale and not a digital one. We're only talking about a mechanical one. Only that you'd be able to use on Shabbat or Yom Tov, even the Tzorech Mitzvah. Have a wonderful day.